Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Crosscheck and I'm very happy to be here today because today it's a special day. It's my birthday and I'm officially old. 30 years old, my knee hurt, my back hurt, everything hurt, but I'm still there making content about the Montreal Canadiens. And yes, today I'm gonna be kind of an asshole. I'm gonna be a party breaker and kind of shut down a couple of trade rumors about two number 2 center possible for the Montreal Canadiens. And yes, I'm gonna be a rabat-joie, sorry for my French, but I'm gonna be kind of an asshole. I'm gonna break the party and break some dream, but yeah, have fun with it. The first trade I want to talk about a second center. Don't forget, this is a video about a second center. It's a trade that I've heard everywhere, I've seen everywhere. Jordan, I'm not a center, Kyrou. An excellent winger, one of the best in the NHL, but he's not a center. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to revisit this kind of story that Montreal have done again and again and again in the past. Jordan Kyrou and Nick Suzuki have the same agent, I understand that, and Suzuki and Kyrou are friends, I understand that. But Jordan Kyrou is a winger. Montreal have done it in the past, trading for a winger who supposedly have played in the junior level in the center position, that maybe he can do it again. Do you remember Jonathan Drouin? Do you remember this story? I know Jordan Kyrou is an amazing player, but he's a winger. Number wise, Kyrou is an amazing player, one of the most consistent players in the NHL. Every season is almost a 30 goal, 70 point season. He's amazing. He's one of the more consistent and solid winger in the NHL. But for some weird reason, the media say that the St. Louis Blues want to trade him. And maybe for a package deal. I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna happen. St. Louis is not gonna trade Kyrou for a package deal. It's not happening. Kyrou is a real top 6 player, and for the number he have, and if you have watched the 1st of July, it's pretty cheap for now. You're gonna say, yeah, but it's $8 million. Go watch all the crazy contract at July 1st. It's cheap. And St. Louis want to be competitive. They made the playoff last year. They almost beat the best NHL team in regular season in the playoff. They take them to 7 games. They almost make one of the biggest upset in the playoff. So don't tell me they want to do a quick rebuild or something like that. It's not happening. Kyrou is young. If they trade him, it's for another top 6 player in the NHL, and somebody's good. Maybe McTavish, maybe Caulfield, maybe Slafkovsky is for Montreal. But are you ready to trade Caulfield? Are you ready to trade Slafkovsky? If you're not, I don't see the Blues making a trade if you're not giving something very interesting. So the second trade rumor I heard a lot about is Mason McTavish from the Anaheim Ducks. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Montreal, but not at all for Anaheim. Because Anaheim want to be a big, physical, mean team. A little bit like Ferrata, or a little bit like they were in the past with Perry, Getzlaf, Penner, and all the others. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to trade McTavish. And again, it's not like McTavish didn't have good number the last 3 seasons. 43 in 80, 42 in 64, and 52 in 66. So McTavish number are always pretty solid. Nothing amazing, but always pretty decent number with a below average team. So again, McTavish number are pretty decent. So now for the first part, a lot of people are talking about an offer sheet. And for me, the only way that Anaheim don't match it if Montreal give more than $9,360,000 to the Anaheim Ducks. Montreal will need to give 2 first rounder, a second rounder, and a third rounder. So that's a lot of pick for McTavish, but that's not where the problem is. The problem is Montreal don't have the money to spend $9 million on McTavish. And I know McTavish looks so good behind Suzuki as the number 2 center for the Montreal Canadiens between Bolduc and Demidov. But the truth be said, when you're gonna see the salary cap, you're gonna understand why I think it's not very likely that this happened. Here, the ugly part of the offer sheet. The $14 million over the salary cap, 14.779 to be very precise. And the only way we can make it is putting Carey Price in on the LTIR list. Now, if we do that, we're still 4.3 million over the salary cap, and that's still problematic because now we don't have the leverage that Ken usually love to have to make a trade. We are kind of dependent from the other team, and only 2 or 3 players in the Montreal Canadiens system makes sense to liberate this amount of money. The first one is Anderson, the second one is Patrick Lane, and the third one is Madison. Madison, I don't think the Montreal Canadiens want to trade him, so we kind of stuck with Anderson and Lane, and I don't think the locker room want the Montreal Canadiens to trade Josh Anderson. So we kind of stuck with the Patrick Lane option, and you're gonna see it's very difficult to make it happen. First, now you see the pick gone because of the offer sheet. Now you kind of understand that the 2026 and the 2027 are probably gone also with the Patrick Lane trade. So Patrick Lane we maybe have 2 options to move Patrick Lane. The first one is Chicago, the second one is the Sharks. So we're kind of limited, and those teams know it and gonna overcharge us the fee of location of Patrick Laine to just drop the contract there. And yeah, we probably gonna lose 2 second-round pick plus Patrick Lane plus the 2 first plus the other second round plus the third round of 2026 just for McTavish. And people saying, yeah, but with a trade, I don't think a trade gonna happen. First, I don't think Anaheim will accept a couple of picks and a salary dump for McTavish. Second, I don't think Anaheim want to trade McTavish to Montreal. Anaheim and Montreal have a very similar timeline in terms of when they can win the Stanley Cup. And helping Montreal with McTavish doesn't make a lot of sense for Anaheim. So yeah, that was my video about the 2 trade rumors that I've heard the most about. I'm sorry to be a party breaker, but I can. It's my birthday, so I can do what I want. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.